Path of Exile 2 is a game so good, even Elon Musk wishes he had time to be good at it. I feel obligated to review Path of Exile because I live close enough to the studios to be able to throw a brick through their window with a note tied to it saying, "Good job!" When I've been out of work, I've wistfully looked at the job postings and thought to myself, you know what, I could pretend to be whatever an environmental artist is. I can draw bush. Path of Exile has always been the rebound relationship after an abusive fling with Diablo. With the release of Path of Exile 2, it has now cemented itself as the demon cookie clicker of choice, leaving Diablo where all Blizzard games end up eventually, an annoyingly massive success ruining my entire narrative. The game recently released with accolades into early access. You can pay good money to get in early with some premium currency, or you can just wait till it releases for free in like 6 months or something. Honestly, there's so many good games to play, don't let FOMO get to you, but you are missing out and everyone's having a lot of fun without you. It's taken Diablo 2 and elevates it to a much more engaging, dodge-rolly game where every hit counts unless it's coming from me. If it's coming from anyone else who actually knows what they're doing, it's not only nuking everything on screen, but also traveling back in time and roasting one of Hitler's nuts. The skill tree is just that crazy. While Act 2 successfully becomes its own awesome thing, Act 1 stoically remains as dark as an Asian's nipples. I don't know which ones have the darkest...
Sorry.
I don't know which ones have the darkest nipples, but I will be watching Google Analytics to see how many of you Google it and get back to me with a response. This game is more blacked out than a teenager after a goon sack and 12 vodka cruises.
I like that one.
It's a good one.
That's nice and safe.
Nice and safe. The boss fights have been a standout of this game. I was buzzed after each one. In the original game, I can't remember them being interesting at all.
Wait. Can you say, just like my ballsack, I was buzzed after every one?
We'll just leave that in. Each one has been fun to tackle with friends as well, just like my ballsack. Having at least three ball sacks means you might actually have a chance of rezzing anyone who is stupid enough to not get out of the way of the pain circles. Loot drops seem to be tweaked down to a nice point. I'm operating entirely from memory here, but it felt like in the first game, after each fight, I'd be rummaging through a medieval garage sale. The cashless economy of the original game has been jettisoned for good old gold, which is a little sad, but the original system was bold and interesting and worked, while simplifying it like this is fine, okay, and whatever. It cuts out some beating around the bush, I guess. Intimidation and bush beating, though, has been maintained by the famously complex-looking passive upgrade tree. It looks like the Final Fantasy X level up nodes got left in a petri dish for 20 years. I've been playing a ranger. Basic range gameplay is done the same way, I argue, backpedaling immediately while wildly taking shots and showing the ground who's boss. If this game looks too complicated for you to get into, don't worry, it's very accommodating of idiots. What I call my builds, so far, is what everyone else calls doubling down on the first options available to you. It's essentially a shotgun blast if it had all the speed and grace of mixing a 2-part epoxy resin. My collection of skills looks like a thrift store box of regretted purchases. Early access is paid, but the game will be fueled by microtransactions afterwards, with the only really impactful one being extra stash tabs at base and extra character slots, and they're not really that expensive. Character skins are crazy expensive, and I don't think any of them look any good, so don't worry about being tempted, I guess, unless you like that crab skin.
None of them look like me, so.
If I could pay to wear your skin, baby, I would.
Wear my skin, baby.
Oh, so romantic.
Oh, and then he
Find
bore
yourself
me.
a man who wants to wear your skin. Performance on early access has been fine so far, although I have had an issue joining random people's parties and gives me insufferable input delay. One person I know had their hardcore run cut short after a boss glitched into range and one-shot him. It turns out that the hack and slash genre didn't need the little dick enthusiasm of faster, arcadey gameplay, but the big dick confidence to tell you to get good. That's my review of that. Can I get a subscribe?
Do that.
Do that!
You do that!